travel all over. I would spend a lot of time in Germany, but it would, every trip you would kind of meet somebody that would open a new door, and I ended up down in the Balkans a lot, in Bosnia, Herzegovina, Serbia, and Croatia, and I also ended up in
the parking lot toward North MacArthur Boulevard.
Who also is named Monta, I told you about. Yeah, she was from Latvia, and she was like, you must spend a midsummer in Latvia. And so the next summer I made sure to be in Latvia during midsummer. And
left onto North MacArthur Boulevard.
The Baltics to me, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia. So I would go over for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months at a time, and kind of just all over the place. And on several of those occasions, I would write. And also had a podcast I did at one point, the Uncouth Pilgrim podcast, and then I had a radio show that I had, the Keegan McEnroe Radio Hour. But it was all, I would be talking to somebody in Italy, and they would say some funny expression in Italian. And I would say, oh, let me get my phone out and record somebody explaining this, because this is great, So I would have little foreign language lessons, and things like that on the show. But yeah, travel's a huge part of my
Have a life, guys.
Yeah. Not yet. I don't. It's kind of funny. I've thought a lot
Pass
about
this light. Then, at the next one, turn left onto West Walnut Hill Lane.
On my trips over when I was just traveling around, and I was like, it's really like I write a lot of songs, obviously, but I've never really carried the thread further than a short story or like an article like I wrote for the weekly about me and Matt, which is probably one of the longer things I've written. And I was like, I ought to just start writing down, just that's. If a story pops to mind, I ought to sit down and just write it. But I've not ever taken that up. I do have a lot of, I keep a travel journal a lot of times. So I do have a lot of that. But yeah, I've never carried the thread.
Light, turn left onto West Walnut Hill Lane.
Book or anything like that. I got a lot of ideas in my mind. And I assume, there's probably some sort of a memoir, but you have to do something before you write a book. Yeah. You can't just write one and say, I guess you can, but yeah. I have a lot of great stories. I have a lot of crazy stories, a lot of funny stories, a lot of stories that you're just like, definitely kind of synchronistic kind of things that you think, okay, there's a lot more going on than just what we can see, So travel and the stories, many of which have turned into songs. I think I probably got a larger writing in me, but I don't know when I'll get around to that. Yeah.
Too many things to get around.
I got a lot of irons in the fire, and if anybody's listening and they're like, man, I love this guy, I want to put him on the road and book him a bunch of shows, that'd be awesome. Managers, booking agents, I do everything. I wear all the hats. I'm not good with all the hats, so it takes a lot of time, that I could be working on my memoirs.
It's a bureaucratic train wreck.
Want to do that now? All right, I'll do one. I mentioned Matt Tedder earlier. I'll do one I wrote with Matt Tedder, and this is on the new album, Neon John. This song's called Blackout Beauty, and this may be a little bit louder in your, because I'm going to play this one with the pick. So I'll try to back off of it just a little bit. But anyway, here we go. Driving 3 hours, putting my somewhere behind. Did I leave it on an old nightstand? Did it end up in the frying pan? Scrambled with the eggs, bubbling with the bacon, struggling with the name of the woman who was making the bread. yeah, she's my queen. Well, I remember there's a night I was in Tulsa, but it might not even been Oklahoma. Couldn't tell you now. Me and that same damn friend, we were shooting the dice and pushing them in. When I started seeing double, so to stay out of trouble, I shuffled off to bed alone. But at least it's how I thought it went, till I woke up next morning with the woman I met. She smiled and she looked up at me. She threw a big leg over, started talking real sweet. Said, I don't even know you, but I sure love to hold you. And we stayed in the bed for a week. She my blackout beauty, she my queen. We don't even know each other to know what we need. She my blackout beauty, she my queen. Well, I've been a lot of places, seen a lot of faces, fell in love with 2 or 3. And the devil's in the details. I probably never meet him, though he might say he seen me. My blackout beauty, my queen. Now we don't even know each other to know what we need. She my blackout beauty, she my queen. Yeah, she my blackout beauty, she my queen.
Wow, thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Well, let's listen to these messages and we'll be right back.
Hey, this is Dono from KNON's Friday edition of Texas Blues Radio. I've been playing the blues here on KNON since 1983. Back in the old days, I used to record cassette tapes of most of my shows. Today, I've digitized hundreds of those tapes for replay on Dono's KNON Blues Vault, Fridays at 10 p.m. on our internet streaming station at knonnow.org. Many of those shows include interviews, special guests, and live performances recorded at the old house on San Jacinto Street more than 30 years ago. If you love old school blues, check it out Fridays at 10 p.m. at knonnow.org. And remember, they're not old radio shows, they're vintage.
It's time for the Rockabilly Review 36th Anniversary Party, Saturday, September 19th at the Sons of Herman Hall, starring Linda Gale Lewis. That's Jerry Lee Lewis's little sister. Linda Gale Lewis brings her high-energy rock and roll show to Dallas for one night only. Also appearing the Texas Zephyrs and the Denton Tarantinos. Celebrate 6 years of cowhides, cowbell ringing every Tuesday night on KNON. Tickets available now at knon.org. That's the Rockabilly Review 36th Anniversary Party with Linda Gale Lewis, the Texas Zephyrs, and Denton Tarantinos. Saturday, September 19th at the Sons of Herman Hall in Dallas. This is a KNON benefit event. KNON is supported in part by the City of Dallas Office of Arts and Culture.
Okay, we're back now. We do a singer-songwriter festival, and I want you to tell us all about that.
Okay.
You envisioned and organized it for 2 years in a row?
Yeah, this will be year 3 coming up.
Oh, okay. That's what
Yeah,
I was
we're coming
wondering.
up on our 3rd year. So the first 2 years, we were the first weekend in November. But there's a lot going on in Fort Worth the first weekend in November. They got the Lone Star Film Festival, the Texas Country Music Awards, and several different things. Yeah, it was a busy weekend, which I thought would kind of maybe work in our favor, but I think it was stretching us a little thin. So we've moved it. We're keeping it in November, but this will be the 2nd weekend. So this year it'll be November 12th through the 15th.
Oh,
Yeah, and super excited about year 3. The first year you do something, you know, it's kind of like a proof of concept, and everybody kind of looks like, do this, and then we did it, and then the second year happens, and everybody's kind of like, are they going to do it again? And then we did it again, and so then I think after year 2 we had a lot more people kind of came out, kind of like okay, taking us a little more seriously. Like, okay, this wasn't just a 1 year thing. They're and our intention is to do it yearly. And of course, we started a nonprofit called the Fort Worth Songwriter Foundation that was a year-round opportunity for us to try to get involved in helping out the songwriter community
600 feet,
in different
continue
ways.
straight onto Finley Road.
And so yeah, it's intended to be a Lord willing, the creek don't
Continue
rise,
straight
as they
onto
say.
Finley
It's
Road.
meant to be a long-running thing. And so this is, we're still in the single digits here, year 3, but we're super excited. It's very fun to kind of set the foundations for something like this, and then watch it kind of grow year after year, and to
Continue
try
on
to
Finley
curate
Road
a,
for 3/4 of a
not
mile.
just another event, but kind of an experience that's unique to itself, is the idea. And we got some cool things in store, we hope, for year 3. But yeah, it's the most work I've ever done on anything in my life, for sure.
Yeah,
But it's been very rewarding in a lot of ways, but it's a lot. It's because just like with the songwriting thing, I was joking a second ago about all the hats that I have to wear that don't fit my head, really. With the festival as well, there's a lot of hats that, if you don't put them on, nobody's going to.
Half a
And
mile,
then,
turn right
you're
into
like,
the
well,
parking lot.
I don't know what I'm doing, but here we go. We're going to try this,
Well, it worked.
It's been a good, we've had a really good 2 years so far, and our attendance was up a little last year from where it had been the year before, so we already saw some growth there, and we've seen some good traction in the social media kind of stuff, and so we know that in year 1 we had we opened up a submission process for artists to get on and apply to play. Just closed, unfortunately. Sorry if you're listening, wanting to apply. It just closed July 19th. But the first year we had 60-ish songwriters apply to play. The second year we had 160, and this year we had 287. So it's growing as far as the awareness and things like that are definitely growing, which is great. Word of mouth is getting out there. Now the problem is that we're completely inundated just in Fort Worth alone
Right into the
with
parking
great
lot.
songwriters, and then you start looking around DFW and it's like, wow, even more. And then all these people from outside of DFW that are looking to play, and so a lot of these artists are, we always want to make it very Fort Worth forward as far as it goes, Fort Worth Songwriter Festival. So we want to make sure that Fort Worth artists and the people that are really in the scene, busting it, working hard, hosting open mics day in, day out, like they're
Walgreens is on the
represented, they're in there. And then we bring in some artists from out of town as well. We had an international artist last year. We're gonna have at least one this year. But it's we're in the early stages, but the foundations seem to be really nice, and the vibe has been so high, the energy has been so high the last 2 years. It's just really a lovely thing. So a lot of work, but very rewarding as it all comes together.
That's really exciting.
Yeah.
I hope I don't miss it this year.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Well, hopefully we'll be working with. In the past, we've done. I know the first year we had donated some tickets to KNON for the Y'all's Pledge Drive, and so we've kind of worked a little bit